Do we marry? Never marry a bitch. Never marry a slut. Marry or not is your choice. Being a single is better than being lied to, cheated on, and disrespected. If you want a companion, you may decide to marry. Choosing a companion is a difficult task in an evil society we live in. Choose your life's mate carefully. From this one decision will come 100% of all your happiness or misery. When you decide to marry, make sure that the person you marry is not a born bastard. A woman without honor is easy to identify from her rash behavior. A silent woman is a gift from God. A woman should be a faithful slave to the man she is married to. Marriages shatter only when one betrays the other. After marriage, do make a written contract to agree that both work together to earn a living and run home as a joint venture. The wife also must have to work to earn a living. You must not have children at least for the first 2 years. Adultery from either side can make automatic separation and both go their own ways. A real man does not have time to cheat because that man is too busy providing for the family. Don't cheat in a relationship. If you are not happy, then just leave. Do you want to have children? A child means more money, more time and more care from the parents. You need to buy clothes, medicine, etc. You need to educate the child. You are also putting the life of the baby at risk to grow up in a polluted world where people fight against all odds to survive. You also need to put aside a huge savings for the child through his adulthood without him or her curse you for bringing into a difficult world. A woman can have a child without her own husband. She only needs to spend 5 minutes or less with any other man. After marriage, you have to dedicate a month without leaving her alone at home to make sure that the baby in making is your own. A bastard can produce another bastard. It is in their blood. The baby must be your own. To monitor your home and its occupants along with the intruders from outside, you need to put in CCTV cameras which will also check on both the husband and wife in case they deviate from their agreement. The parents are the only right person to send the child to school and back home. If you do not have time for this duty, opt out from having children. Both husband and wife must not be allowed to stay alone with a person of the opposite sex at home or place of work, where there are no others around. Marriages shatter when one betrays the other. Both parents and their places of work and home must be constantly monitored through CCTV cameras to make sure that they don't wander out into ugly thoughts and plans. From ancient times, men are considered to be the head of the family, and he often genuinely worked hard to make his small family more comfortable, though some weird sluts tend to wander away to extra pleasures by offering themselves to men. The consequence often ruins the peace and harmony of the home, and they then both go their own way and the child suffers. Therefore, to make your life easy and simple, avoid to have children. If you are a born bitch, my advice is not to marry, and marriage is only for civilized humans. When adultery walks in, everything worth having walks out. Only bastards can cheat. Never cheat on someone who is good to you. Cheating person cannot see the beauty of faithfulness. Cheating is the most disrespectful thing one human being can do to another. Betray a husband or wife, you will often find you have ruined yourself. If a woman is looking for a man for sex, then she was born out of wedlock, means a born bastard. A malicious wife living in the house is worse than all diseases. Never trust a woman who has had illegal affair outside marriage. The life of a man is like a flower, blooming so gaily in the field, then along comes a goat, she eats it and the flower is gone. If a wife betrays the husband, or a husband betrays the wife, the home is not a place you can be happy anymore. If you are a workaholic, please do not marry. If you do not have enough time to monitor and care for your partner, marriage is not for you. Why marry if you have to monitor a wife who is not trustworthy? It is the most disgusting thing for a married woman to open her legs to receive the penis vomit of a person other than her legally married husband into her body, and then go to another man to open up the legs once again to abort the sin. A medical examination can reveal adultery. Most sins are committed outside the body, but adultery is a sin against one's own body created by God. Your body is the temple of Holy Spirit whom you have received from God. One who does adultery exposes the unsuspecting husband/wife to sexually transmitted diseases. Only a woman or man who is born out of wedlock can do such habitual sins. The wages of sin is death. Getting married to a bitchy woman will spoil your peace of mind. The children and grandchildren suffer the consequence of the sin committed by the parents. You also stand a chance of caring for a child born from another wandering man. It is difficult to domesticate a street dog. A DNA test is required to know whether you are marrying a product out of wedlock. God created humans to stand tall in an elevated position on two legs to have a full view of the world in front of him in the upright position. Unfortunately, some of his creations preferred to stay on four legs facing down to the ground to commit adultery. A religious group say such people would be reborn as street dogs for the sins they committed. That means a bitch walks on two legs who committed adultery would be reborn as a four-legged bitch. Your life is at risk to share the bed with a person you cannot trust. The outcome of adultery is an immediate divorce followed by a horrible death for the sin committed. Never marry is a better choice than slitting the throat of the partner who committed adultery.